Guys, this is week 2, day 5 of the course with Aspire at the Brain Charity. Today we were finishing the second part off of the NCFE cash level 2 certificate in mental health first aid and mental health advocacy unit 2, supporting individuals with mental health. So today was 11 was of that part. Give definition of the term person-centered. A centered person approach is a person-centered approach means that care and support is focused on the needs of the individual rather than the being organised around the support that services can offer. Number 12 was describe 3 benefits to a person-centered approach for mental health. So number 1, it can be part of the recovery process, supporting individuals to take control and identifying what will help them to build resilience. Number 2, that one was develop knowledge, skills and confidence to make decisions about as well as management their own support. Number 3 was they will be more likely to follow any support plan that is developed. Number 13 of that was explain why it is important to have a clear understanding of our own responsibilities and boundaries supporting someone with mental health, so that you do not do anything that may cause harm to the individual or organisation. For example, if you don't follow the adjustments that your organisation has put in place for an individual, you may risk the health of the individual, your own job role and the organisation, reputation of the organisation, as well as exposing the organisation to the risk of a discrimination claim. Part 14 of that was identify 3 occasions when it may be necessary to refer to others when supporting individuals with mental ill health. Number 1 is you believe they are showing signs of serious mental ill health such as psychosis, but refuse to seek help for themselves. Number 2 is if the individual is likely to harm themselves or is suicidal. Number 3 is if the individual is doing something that could put other people at risk, such as becoming violent or aggressive towards others. Number 15 was explain the role of the qualified mental health first aider. So it was a few things. Identifying early signs and symptoms of mental ill health, talking to individuals to provide support through decisions, listening to the individual without judging them, assessing the risks of the individual, e.g. from work activities, self-harm or suicide. Encourage the individual to seek help This may from internal counselling services or external medical or counselling support. Contacting emergency services or if appropriate. Maintaining appropriate levels of confidentiality. Completing required documentation for the organisation, particularly where there is an emergency. Number 16 is why is it important to support our own mental health while we are supporting others with their own mental health. If you become stressed or anxious yourself, you may not be able to properly support individuals you are trying to help, and you may find your own work, learning or personal life is affected. Excuse me. Number 17 was outline 6 stigma and stereotypes about mental ill health or about people who are experiencing mental ill health. Number 1 was with individuals with mental health conditions are violent or could be violent. Individuals with mental health conditions cannot work or function properly in society as they are unpredictable and have unreliability. Number 3 was individuals with mental health conditions do not get better. Number 4 was mental health conditions can only affect people who are weak or have character flaws. Number 5 was mental health conditions are rare. Number 6 was a myth thing we had to do. Mental health problems don't affect me. Number 18 was describe 3 ways in which negative stigma and stereotyping might impact on the life of an individual with mental ill health. The stereotype of individual with mental health conditions are as unpredictable and dangerous, which can lead them to being socially excluded. They can become isolated from the community, which can in turn cause further deterioration in their mental health. Number 2 was prejudice, where people hold opinions about those with mental health conditions that may affect the way that individuals are treated. For example, somebody may be wary of talking to someone who has mental health conditions. Number 3 was discrimination, where individuals are treated differently due to their mental health condition. For example, they are not offered a job because of it or are excluded from activities. Number 19 was summarise the impact that TV, movies and social media can have on an individual's mental health. We had to pick one bad thing and one good thing. So the bad thing on the TV part was give an unrealistic view of the world, e.g. Love Island, typical. The good thing was funny programs, comedies can help to promote positive mental health with humour. In the movies bit there was only one bad thing. Examples of films such as Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho can portray stereotypes relating to mental ill health. I couldn't think of a good one, but I probably have got loads at the back of my head. And social media can lead to cyberbullying, comparisons with other people. Fake news, airbrushing filters can make people look more glamorous, and this can upset others who think this is normal. The good thing was can offer support networks to each other. Number 20 was explain how experiencing mental health might impact. So A was self. So mental ill health can lead to individuals feeling inferior and having a negative self-image, intense feelings of self-hate, anger, or disgust and uselessness. These can lead to extreme depression, psychological disorders such as anxiety, phobias, or obsession disorders, which prevent the individual being part of society, or eating disorders. Physical health can also be affected by high blood pressure, for example, by lack of sleep and unhealthy eating, as the individual fails to take proper care of themselves. B was family, friends and colleagues. Mental ill health can affect even basic interactions with family, friends and colleagues. Most individuals experiencing mental ill health problems find it difficult to nurture relationships, have problems with commitment or intimacy, and frequent encounters with sexual health issues. C was learning and education. Individuals who are living with mental ill health may socially isolate themselves and develop anxiety disorders and concentration problems. This can affect your access to educational opportunities and the inclusion as well as success in educational and learning. D was work and employment. Mental health conditions may make it more difficult for an individual to engage with workplace activities and colleagues, meet and manage deadlines and manage their own role at work. E was day-to-day living. Preparing meals, getting dressed, personal hygiene, cleaning the house, looking after children, and working to schedules can be more difficult for those with mental ill health. Individuals living with mental health conditions may also find budgeting, planning and coping with finances and paying bills more difficult. This may be at a time when finances are reduced due to absence from employment, and can lead into financial difficulty. So that was the end of that part 2. Then we went on to part 3 of that, which was Unit 3, Mental Health in the Workplace. So it carries on the numbers. So 21, it was identify 4 pieces of legislation and 4 pieces of guidance to relate that relate to mental health provision. Number 1 was the Mental Health Act in 1983. Number 2 was Mental Capacity Act in 2005. Number 3 was Health and Social Care Act 2008, and the 4th one was Care Act 2014. Number 1 on the guidance was Code of Conduct for Health Care Support Workers and Adult Care Workers, published by Skills for Health, and it mentions the website as well. Number 2 was Code of Conduct for Nurses, published by the Nurses and Midwifery Council. That also has a website. Number 3 was Common Core Principles of Dignity, published by Skills for Care. That also has a website. Number 4 was Guidance and Quality Standards for Mental Health and Wellbeing, produced by NICE, which is the National Institute for Health and Care. Excellence, that also has a website. I'm not mentioning the websites because in case we're not allowed to, so please understand. 22 was identify 5 organisations that drive changes in mental health policy and provision. Number 1 was the National Health Service, NHS, is the major provider of healthcare services. Number 2 was the Department for Education is responsible for education in the UK. Number 3 was Public Health England is an executive agency of the Department of Health and Social Care. Number 5 was the National Institute for Health and Care, Excellence, which spells NICE are responsible for providing clinical and care guidance, not health. Number 5 was charities such as Mind, the mental health charity lobby the government on behalf of individuals who experience mental ill health. Number 23 was describe how policy can support mental health of individuals. So policies support mental health by setting benchmarks for prevention of mental ill health, prevention of suicide, treatment of mental ill health, rehabilitation of mental disorders, promotion of mental health and well-being in the community, and coordinating the programs and services that will realise the government's objectives for mental health. Excuse me. Number 24, describe 5 strategies to promote well-being, number 1 was giving individuals greater control over their work or learning. Number 2 was involving individuals in decision making. Number 3 was allowing flexibility in the workplace so that employees have greater control over their work-life balance. Number 4 was rewarding commitment and effort is important to show that individuals' efforts are recognised and appreciated. Number 5 was reducing stress and early intervention for mental health is an important factor in improving well-being. And then we had to go back a bit. There was like pictures of we had to have pictures taken of us doing certain things. So there was a picture of me on my phone. But we had to put this is me searching for finding music for our activity session. Then there was me doing the back exercise like this, where you've like your shoulders forward. This is me demonstrating a back stretch. Then there was doing marching on the spot. So we had to put this is me marching on the spot. And then this was some of the exercises what we had to do. So and that was it for today. So we're going to finish that part of the other half of part 3 next week on Monday. So thank you for watching, and if you like it, hit the like button, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new and click the notification bell to get updates of a new video. Please leave any comments if you have any, and please feel free to ask any questions if you have any, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye.